Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Along the Kiel Canal where we're just finishing up in January. Nothing else happened after we done the contracts. We didn't get anything else coming up. I did find out at the very last minute that this was on offer as a demo on the red tape mod, but we didn't make use of it anyway. It's very low horsepower for our farm anyway, but yeah, it would have been nice to even drive it around the farm. So we're going to lose that when we move forward. Nice little tractor. Definitely something I'd like to use on a series somewhere along the way. Anyway, what we're going to do, we're going to push straight through into February. And I have literally just done the random event 2 minutes ago. So I will reveal all when we get to February. Anyway, you're very welcome back to Along the Kiel Canal, where I don't know whether we'll have any contracts this month. Scheme in the tractor demo, leasing costs €70. What have we got that's leased? Production costs, of course. We're going to have production costs now. Yeah, what's leased? I'm just curious as to what's leased. Yeah, plough. That's okay. Yeah, okay. So we've moved on to February. We're out of the canola oil, so we can shut that down in the oil mill. It stops it anyway, but it just lets you know that we're out. I'll check on the other things now in a minute. Anyway, right, random event. We got a mixed bag. We had to pay $5,000 out last month, but this month was something different. Okay, there we go. Yeah, market boom. We got a market boom for February. So anything we sell in February, we get a 15% bonus. And because I use ChatGPT to do this, it knows what's going on the farm. So it knows we're making bread and canola oil. And it's just the way I worded about what we're going to be making, dairy products and stuff like that. It's thrown in a few other options, clothes and stuff like that. So if we sell anything this month, we're going to get a 20% or 15% bonus. So we can sell it now or we can sell it at the end of the month. Eggs and wool are not affected. Raw crops, wheat, barley, canola. Yeah, I knew they weren't affected anyway. So eggs and wool aren't affected. They have to be moved on to another production, of course. So that's why they don't count. Clothes will count. Milk will count. Stuff like that. So, yeah. What are we going to do? Well, I think we should do a quick check on what we have in the mill. Okay, we're running low on flour. Bakery, we have still got flour there. Sorry, we're running low on grain, I should say, wheat in the mill. Ran our stock check. What have we got? Bread. We have 9,527 worth of bread. Canola, we've 12. 8, so we're going to add 15% onto these when we sell them. Can't sell flour. There wouldn't be a bonus on stones. We're not selling silage. So we have a few things. And with the grain mill, let's see, grain mill, yeah, we could do with getting a load of wheat down to the grain mill. Now we're in a situation where we have to use the trailer to go down to the grain mill. We can't take the flour away because we need to convert the trailer over to a flatbed. And how much flour is there? Because I don't think we could fit it on the little truck. Flour 20, no, that'd be 20 pallets. I wouldn't fancy putting 20 pallets on that. Now, mind you, if we got the trailer that goes with that, that may be sufficient. Let's see. Enter the truck. We do to get combinations coming up for that truck, don't we? Because I can never find the trailer when I go looking for it. There it is, combinations. No, it doesn't. Customize. Is it classed as a trailer or a flatbed trailer? Not a flatbed anyway. There it is. So that'd be 5,800. So with that, we should be able to transport most of our goods with that truck instead of, and it'd be a little bit quicker. Now, ideally, what I would like is I'd like the eventually down the road to get, where is it? It's not there, not showing up. There, that. to get this as a bale trailer with the thing on the back of it for the forklift, and then get the forklift to go with it. So does that let you do combinations? I have no idea how much the forklift is. No, it didn't do. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there it is. 37,000. There's a diesel and an electric, I take it. Yeah. Okay. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my Fent. I think it's in here. I'm going to get my trailer. I'm going to get loaded up with wheat. I'm going to get down to the mill, get that topped off. And then I have to hightail it back here, switch tractors, switch the trailer over to flatbed, and then hightail it back down and load up the flour, and then get the flour up to the bakery, and then load up the flour or the bread from the bakery, and then bring it to sell point, which I think is the supermarket, and add 15% to it. Did you get that? I think I'll just about remember it. Anyway, yeah, let me get sorted with, loaded with the bread and that, or not the bread and that. Yeah, I suppose I'm not going to keep him while I'm doing all the loading. I'll go down with the case on the loader and get it loaded up. And I will bring you back in when we're going to sell the bread, I suppose. That's probably, and the canola. That's the thing to do. Okay, the wheat's delivered and I drove back to the farm, but I'm not going to convert this trailer over because I'll be changing it back and forth all the time. Now, ideally, went in to have a quick look. Ideally down the road, we want either one of these or one of these. The one that takes the forklift on the back, if you know what I mean. And we can get the forklift for it. So ideally, that's what we want to go with down the road. I think for now, we'll just get a flatbed. I think, like, I'm not going with a dolly. I think we'll go with a Bailey. We're not going to use a load on it. What colour will we go for? See, I don't want to go. What have I got in custom colours? Something different. These are all flat colours. Just look for a different colour than I always go. I always go with the same. I've used this before. That's why I don't want to use it again. And mind you, if I went for a slight variation on it. Or we can go with Fent green. Since we have the Fent. Or we could go with glass. Or we go with a blue. Or red. I haven't had the Bailey trailer in red. Let's just see what it looks like. It won't change. Why will that not change? Colour. Red. Give me a red. 2 red. Hardy red. Let's go. And what's that like? That wasn't put on this. That was put on something else. You know what? We're going to go with that. We're going to buy it. No, we want to put the supports on it. Looks better. Supports. UK attachers. Where's supports? There you go. Bed supports both. 400 quid. And we're going to buy that. Okay. Ideally, we will get the one down the road that takes the forklift on the back of it. Now, have any contracts come up in the time we've been in? No, nothing yet. Okay, one go do. And I bump that clock up. And let's see while we're doing this bit of work, will something come up? So I'm going to go get this trailer, get down, pick up this flour, get back up to the bread mill, or the bakery, get it into the bakery, get the bread from the bakery and deliver it to the supermarket. Get the canola oil while I'm down here as well. Try to remember all that. I'll bring you back when we're selling stuff, okay? Let's simplify it. On my way up to the bakery and to the restaurant, they're both near each other. But we're going to do a detour on the way up into the yard. Now, I have my load nice and neat. And I didn't strap the bottom ones before I started putting the top ones on. And I got the first ones on, grand, and I made a total mess of it then, putting the second lot on. And it took me ages to sort the mess out. It was going so well. I'm going, this is great, typical. When I don't bring you in while I'm doing it, everything went well. Anyway, reason I took a detour, I want to get some cows into the shed. I'm going to put 50 Holsteins in, which are going to cost me 12, well, at 10,000 plus transport. Okay, maybe down the road we'll have a big transport truck. I actually meant to do that before we went down, then it was on my mind, then I was going to break from where I was and teleport back to the yard and bring you back, and I said, you know what, let's leave it. There they are, in the field. I want to see at the top of the hour now, does the TMR start working? I'm a bit disappointed now if it doesn't, but it should spring into action. But yeah, just there's no contracts coming up, so we're going to have to wait and see what the story is there. Are we going to get any at all? The only thing I'm hoping now is the restaurant doesn't take flour, and then I can just unstrap. It's only, how many pallets is there? I can't remember. I kind of want to just get them all in the same go, so I know what value it is. Yeah, the 15%, I'll be adding on the extra from, let me pull in the bridge for a minute because it's something I should have done and I didn't. Don't want to be in the way. Go to the iron mill. What's left? 500 litres. So we're going to set that to selling and just let that sell at the top of the hour. Not too worried about the 15% on that. The 15% is on pallets. And we're not going to take the environmental score into account. We're just, whatever it tells us the total is for the canola oil, we'll add the 15% onto that. So it's just up here in the same area, the opposite side before the crossroads in the middle. I looked it up on the map. We go through a roundabout, then there's a crossroads in the middle, and it's just in the first block of buildings on, after we go through a roundabout, it's in the first block of buildings on the left hand side. So how many pallets have we got? I've one stacked. Have I got I've nothing stacked on top? That's 7. It is 7, isn't it? Yeah, 7. 7 pallets. So 7,000 litres. But he's not going to stop. He wasn't going to stop. Now, it should be in here. That must be it. Unloading point. Okay, stop for a minute. Just want to check. Canola oil. I was just looking to see with a restaurant. Let's see. All value stations. Restaurant doesn't take. No, does the restaurant take flour? That's what I need to check. Flour. Restaurant does take flour. Okay, that makes it awkward. If I drive through the trigger, it's all going to come off. It'll start unloading the flour if I drive through the trigger. So. Right, give me a second. I'm going to try and unload the canola onto the forks and then just drive in with them on the forks and get to take it off it. So I'll bring it back when I have them loaded up. Missed the trailer. I thought I was going to hit. So this could get messy. Yeah, would you believe it? I didn't catch the flour when I was lifting them. I managed to get them. So this is all going to sell here. Let's see what it sells for. 14,208. Okay. So we got 14,208. A 15% extra we get on that, isn't it? Is that what it is? Let's see. So we get an extra 2,131. 2,131. So we're going to add that in. Now, add money. I don't have to get used to adding and subtracting money, and I got something I don't do that often. Let's say 2,131. Would have done okay, wouldn't it? 2,131. So there you go. We got our bonus on top of it. Yeah, I was kind of surprised when I went in. Somehow I didn't catch the flower. I thought I was going to take that single flower one off, but it didn't catch it now. It only barely caught the 2 pallets of canola that were there. But I managed to drop them down and push them on. Now, bakery, where are you? You're hiding up here. Now I'm going to do auto unload. When I have the forklift on the truck, I may just unload them with the forklift, but I'm just going to drive through the trigger and put that in there now. And then I will drop off we only got about 5 pallets. Yeah, I'll drop it off. This will be easy enough because it's not I'm not going to double up on them. I've loads of room on the trailer, so mind you, I'm going to pick them up and not double. What I mean is I'm not doubling up on top of each other on the trailer. Yeah, it went so well until I tried to put the top ones on, and I got the first load on at the front, had them stacked, and then I was putting the second load on the top, and whatever way, when I was pulling back out, I caught the whole lot and pulled it all over the place. And of course the first thing I thought was, why didn't you put the straps on? It's a bit like this now. Like this one doesn't want to come off. There was just one that caught and it ruined the whole lot. These could have easily been picked up and delivered. They're hand liftable anyway, pallets, like even without super strength. So I could have picked these up with the truck, but I wouldn't have been able to deliver all the flour on the truck, even with the trailer on the back of it. It would have tipped over. Not exactly the best of loading. Now, bread goes to the supermarket, which I guarantee it is the other end of the map. What's the bet? Oh, I'll keep you with me. Supermarket's 150 metres away. I thought we were going to be driving halfway across the map. You know, that's what usually happens. So let's get this sold, get our bonus, and then see where we stand. I think we're going to be moving forward pretty quick to 8574 and 2143. 8574 2143. That's 10,717. 15% of that is an extra 1,007. 1,607. So we're back to adding money again. There you go. Back to 219. We're still not where we were when we came in because we bought the trailer. Anyway, let me get back to the farm and have a look and see if there's any contracts down and see what's going on. Back at the farm just to check that the TMR is working. It is. There's the robot. Better not get in his way. He's delivering the food. What's in there? 27 litres. Well, there's food. So they don't have no food. That's all that matters. Okay. I don't know whether I need to mix TMR. as well and puts them in there, and that keeps it topped off. I don't know what way this works, to be honest. Does it do more if needed? That doesn't open, does it? No, it doesn't open. That must be where the robot is. It is where the robot is. Okay, so that fills it into that. Okay. Anyway, yeah, no contracts coming up. What are we going to do? We've nothing to do. We know crop calendar. Can we sow anything now? What can we sow? We can only sow cotton and field grass. Neither have any good to us. So, will we have grass here to cut next month before we sow something in this field? I think we will. But I think we're only in stage 2, so I don't know whether that'll even be stage 3 next month. But we can leave it until April if needs be to put a crop in. If we look at we could do oats if needs be, would give us a grain. Yeah, that's about it. Any other stuff we can't really harvest. We haven't got the equipment for it. So, okay, leave with me. I'm going to move on and see if any contracts come up. I could be finishing out this month and moving forward to March sooner than we think. End of the month in February, no contracts came up. None whatsoever, not a thing. So what I done was I sold the bread that was there. There was 4 pallets. We got 8,097. So the bonus 15% on that was €1,214. So that's in the bank. We're more or less back where we started with the money. Gonna move on. There's nothing here. So we're going to move on to, we'll do 9. We're going to move on to 9 o'clock the next morning. Yeah, no contracts whatsoever. There was nothing to do. I just skipped through the days really quick because we'd nothing to do. Basically, that was it. So, let's see. Tractor demo has ended. I don't mind that. Let's just jump in here and have a quick look. Red tape mod. What's it telling us? What have we got? Events. Hasn't penalised us for anything anyway, which is a good thing. There is schemes available. What have we got? Natural grade and natural fertiliser, vibe mowing, crop promotion, still spinach, winter cover crop. No, there's nothing there. Nothing much has changed there. There's no tractor scheme this month anyway. So, yeah, it just took back what it gave us. We have weather coming in. Okay, that's distracted me from what I was going to jump on to next. Weather. It's late in the day. Okay, hailstones. Yeah, I done the random event while I was waiting, so it gave to us last month and it's taken away from us this month. We have a fault on the seeder. It needs to be repaired, our Sky Agri seeder. Of course, when we need it, why not? Breakdown. It's going to cost 4,000 to repair it. It's out of action for 3 in-game days, which is the month because we're operating 3-day months. We're allowed lease, which is the good thing. So we'll need a seeder. We're going to have to lease it, or we wait until the next month, whatever. Now, there's nothing we can do about it. Let's take that money out. It's part and parcel. We gain some months, we lose other months. So add, remove money. We're going to do minus 4,000. Pain has been had. It's been done. Right, this grass at stage 3, remember stage 2, we need to get it cut. Yes, happy days. At least we can do that. So we can get that grass cut. Now, I think the best thing to do is we make it into hay because we have our silage there. Just run over quickly to see what's in the barn, as it won't tell me on the menu. We have enough room for over 100,000 litres of hay. Okay, that's okay. So we've no grass equipment, and in the second-hand market, I've no idea because I moved forward the same as you did. The tether there, or windrower, it's not very wide. I'm not going to spend that money if it's not wide enough. We'll just lease. The front mower. on half a rim mower. I'd prefer a double mower than, like, if we're going to lease, we're going to lease. Now, okay, contract-wise, what have we got? Is there anything come up? Bale wrapping and stone picking. Okay, at least we're going to have work anyway. Let's crack on with this instead of messing about. We need a set of mowers anyway. I think this is a good option to buy. Front mower doesn't matter because it's the same width. Okay, let's pair that up with a set of rare mowers. Doesn't have to drop a swat, so we don't have to go for an expensive. The match is 35. We're going to lease anyway. That's 8.3. That's 9. Okay, let's lease that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my vent. Get down to the mark, the what you call it, and pick them up. Yeah, if I seem like I'm rushing, it's just because the episode's going to get long all of a sudden. What I'm going to do, okay, because I'm kind of watching time now. I know the work we got to do here is going to take a bit of time. I don't want to just breeze through without featuring any of it and say, look, we've done this, we've done this, we've done this. So we'll get the grass done and into the cow barn and that done. Maybe even get the ploughing done on the field in this episode. We're still going to have the stone pick, and straight away I'm thinking, because the stone picking contract, we can lease the wider stone picker and do that contract as well, so we'll get money back that way. So we'll feature up until we get started on the stone picking, I think, because it's going to take a bit of time. As you can see, I was busy buying cheap stuff in the offer page, mainly seed. I think there's 2 bags of fertiliser in the middle, that's it. The rest of it's all seed. The bags here beside me are seed as well, because we're kind of low on seed. We're okay for fertiliser. Or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe that's the fertiliser. I bought them last month and I forgot because I wasn't coming down here to say we bought this. It's only seed and fertiliser. If it was a piece of equipment, then that would be different. I said, let me get up to the shop, buy the equipment, and I'll bring you back in. And I'm home. But there you go. This always happens. I'm talking too much. Anyway, at least we know where it's going. We're getting our hay done. We're going to need a tether. We're going to need a windrower. We have the forage wagon to pick it up. And then we'll get the plough on the back of the tractor and get this field ploughed. And yeah, we're going to get a crop into this. I'll look at the calendar and see, do we take the hit, go 1 extra month and save leasing a seeder and then use our Sky seeder. I was coming up here because I thought when we came up here we had a straight line. We don't. Straight line isn't this corner over here. I'm not even sure if this is a curve as well. Okay, we're going to get curves no matter where we start in this. I was thinking, let's start at the straight bit, and then we can do AI 3. That'll do. Give me a line. That'll do me. Let's drop that down, start it up. Drop the front. Start it up. Let's get cracking. I know it's only stage 3 grass, but we're going to plough this field anyway, so we need to do the soil sample, or pay for the soil sample. It's going to cost us 12 grand. While it's doing that, we might as well jump in and do that now, because I'm sure it would cost us a lot more. Did we do the soil sampling? We didn't know. Purchase 12 grand, yeah. So we're going to make hay out of this. We're going to get into the cow barn. And yes, the cow barn has 700 and something litres of TMR. I'm more interested in the hay, but something caught my eye when I was over there. I know we're not on the way we only had 27 litres. I know we've gone up anyway. So there you go. Our random events, yeah, they give to us 1 month, they take back from us the next month. It adds a bit of spice to it. Why not? It just adds a little bit to it. We ain't got a bale wrapper, but we can take the equipment. I tell you what, we'll just accept that one for now. We're going to lease the equipment. We'll see what else comes up. Because we're allowed to do 5 in the month, so there's no point in taking the small one. I'll take that one now. I'll probably kick myself because a bigger one might come up now. At 20,000, I think that's big enough. I don't think there's any point in me going any bigger than that. It's just, missed the line. I'm just looking at my OBS there just to make sure everything was all right. Yeah, it is. Yeah, we're just going to get this field sown. Crop calendar, if we have a look at it while we're on this long run. Like, if we look at the grain crops, we can do oats next month anyway. It'll still be harvested in August, so we can leave the seeder instead of spending money on a leasing one. We don't have to get it in. So maybe that'll be in the next episode anyway. It will be in the next episode, but maybe that'll be, you know what I mean? That'll be in April, so we can work away at this, getting the grass done and that, and then we'll cross that bridge. Then next month we'll be doing seeding in April. We'll see what the random thing will probably throw us up another breakdown. Anyway, let me get on with this. I'll bring you back in when we have the tethering and that done, and we're about to get the grass off the field, or probably bring you back for part of it anyway. Just a quick update. We're getting the tethering done now. It shouldn't, well, it'll take longer than it did to mow it. This runs a little bit slower, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I was thinking of bumping the clock up to get more contracts to come up, but considering we have rain coming later on, I think I'll leave the clock where it is. It's rain due at 4 o'clock. Hail. So we'll leave well enough alone, and we'll just get this tethered windrowed, and then get the forage wagon on the fence and start getting the hay in. Realistically, I should leave the hay until tomorrow. Give it a day to dry out. Maybe I will load the moisture mod. We'll see. Anyway, contracts. Yeah, just one hoeing contract is all that came up. They will populate as we go on. Like, we're only at 10:23, so we come in at 9, so it took just over an hour to do the grass cutting. I suppose I'm getting used to spending a bit of time doing stuff on this map. But yeah, I'll work away on this, and I will see you when I have a tether on the field. Or not a tether, a windrower on the field. I'll just give you a quick update as we go through all stages anyway. Okay, windrow going. I done the up and downs first. I normally do it the other way around, but I just said let's do it the other way. See, does it work out a little bit neater? I probably missed one or two of the ends here. Didn't go far enough down. Now the other end, I just literally turned around. I didn't do a headland at all. Yeah, one thing I've noticed, right? Look at the hours on the tractor, 7.1. They're not going up the way they should. Now, I'm not running anything that restricts the hours. I did take the in-game hour mod out because I left the tractor running once, and I went forward to the next day and it clocked up 24 hours or 22 hours, whatever it was, over like by doing that. So I realised it was clocking up a lot of hours on the tractor, so I'm not running that mod anymore. I got rid of it. It's still in the folder, but I haven't used it since I noticed what it was doing. I ended up with much older tractors than I really had, because if you left them running at all, it was just clocking up. But no, there's no way. This was on 7 hours when I started this field. There's no way it's 0.1 of an hour, which is 6 minutes. Now, even with the headlands now, it should take, to get around to the other end, it should take at least 5 minutes to get around the field. It's a big field, but I don't know what's going on there. I don't know, is it just this tractor? I only spotted it when I was doing this field. I literally just seen it and couldn't make head nor tails out of it. Couldn't make sense of it. But look, it's not something to complain about. If they were going up 3 or 4 times the speed, or maybe then you could complain about it. But no, definitely something. There's definitely something there that's not 100%. You can see I didn't bother doing the headland along here. I just literally went up and down because I had the room to turn, whereas the other end I would have been gone out on the road to turn. At least we're only on a farm track here. So I'm wondering roughly how much we're going to get off this field. Our other grass field is ready next month. So that gives me a bit of work to do in between episodes to get the rest of the silage out of the bunker, because it's going to go in there for silage again, because we're going to have our hay, of course, from this. Field wise, there's more contracts will come up. Okay, at least we've other stuff to do. Because when I literally went back in, there was, I think, 2 more stone picking contracts. So contracts are coming up. Yeah, field wise, I'm looking at, that's been sown. There was nothing in that. Looking at maybe buying that field. Same rules apply if we're buying these fields. Even number 13 is 200,000. I don't know why that's so expensive. Maybe it takes in a broader area outside. They are fairly expensive anyway. But 61 kind of piqued my interest. Same rule applies where we have to have 70 grand left in the bank after we buy the field to cover costs and random events and stuff like that. Just a rule I made at the start, that bank balance after buying a field can't drop below 70,000. So we're going to still apply it. Like the field in front of us there is mad money. 860,000. Like they are big money. So we're kind of looking at small fields, which will spread us out around the map a little bit. Like there's quite a few fields that don't have anything in them now. Where's one I was looking at there? I don't know where. That's a forestry plot. That's only 117. Let's visit it. No, we could turn that into a field. It's scrubland. So we could turn that into a field. So now, we do have a few options going forward. We gone on to 7.2. Okay, what on earth was going on there? Now, maybe it was just my imagination, but I spotted it and I was watching it, and I was up and down, up and down, up and down the field and going, and it just didn't seem to be changing. And that's why I was waiting for it to go to 7.1 hours. And that's what had me watching it then again now to see if it go to 7.2. So it has now. So maybe it's just my imagination. I wasn't paying that much attention to it. You can see where I turn around, there's a lot of grass to be picked up from the margins there. Anyway, let me get this done. We'll get the forage wagon on the back of the fence, and we'll get the hay picked up and get what we can into the cow barn for feed. Okay, I've hung on to the hay equipment and the mowers. I don't know why. You'll see why I'm not really worried about keeping the mowers in the next episode, where we have to cut the hay or the silage. Because we're going to be doing it for silage, we don't really need the tether and the windrower. I think I was just kind of wondering would anything come up contract-wise that we may get to use. The tether, we'd never get windrower contracts. It's not part of the game. Let's just have a look at overall. Let's see what we have. Well, the grass is harvested there. That's ready next month. Okay. Ready to harvest grass. Well, it's free. Sometimes you get contracts and that's harvested. We didn't get that. Ready to harvest. A couple of grass fields. You know what? I don't think there's any point in keeping them. I think we're better off just to return them, because otherwise we end up okay, well, we're not going to because I used the mouse, pressed the wrong button. Yeah, I don't think there's any point in keeping this stuff. We do have the front mower is ours. There's no point in incurring costs on them. Just keep it tidy. What width was that windrower? I could put lines on here. I could stick lines on and could go asleep while I'm picking up rows. Yeah, just we'll have that grass field ready to harvest next year, but I can't have a plan for how I'm going to harvest it. It's something that I haven't used before, so that'll be revealed in the next episode. You can see the patches in the grass here where it would need to be reseeded. So that's running the Vredo mod. I'm just curious as to the hailstones now. It's been a while since I've been on a map of hailstones. Our barley field should be okay. Having said that now, maybe not. You know, maybe we could end up with a bit of damage, but look, if it happens, it happens. A bit realistic. I've been thinking about, I did say I was going to put down a greenhouse purely to do strawberries for the bakery. And then I kind of thinking, you know what, should we make a greenhouse farm somewhere? Something small? Should we just go all in and say, okay, this is to be done when we have own 10 fields and have 50 million in the bank? I don't know. No, they're just really going to try to get to use big equipment, try to get to the place where we have this is the X9 John Deere harvester, or the big AF11, whatever it is, the Case International, or the big Class, or the New Holland. Now, they don't do a big enough vent one to go pretty big. I think if we're going to change, we'd probably just upgrade the Class one we have and stick with Class. I haven't used AF11, isn't it? I haven't used is it AF11? I think it's AF11. I've used it maybe 2 times when I was playing around on some of the big maps. That one there. No, that's a different one. Where is it? There you go. AF11. What's that one? It's a mod anyway, whatever it is. Okay, let me get this up off the field and I'll get to ploughing this field up. And as I said, we ploughed and stone picking, then I'll say bye-bye for this episode once we get started. We're getting a bit longer now than we thought. Like, I thought we were going to have April in this episode, but realistically, no, April will be the next one. We have a lot of work to do, including getting our contracts done, because we need that money anyway. So I'll bring you back in a bit. Still picking up. Money's gone down. Why? I'll show you in a minute. Why is he driving so slow on the road? Just noticed the car was going much quicker. 95%. We're going to get to turn around and pick a little bit up on the next row. We're getting it in now. There's more in the field than I actually thought, of course. Underestimating the size of the field, you know yourself. Okay, let's go 100 and then we'll speed up. Here we go. We can speed up now. It's gone off. Yeah. The barn, cow barn's almost full. So we had to come up with a storage solution. And that we did. We came up with a hayloft. It's a modern enough version of a hayloft. Now, yard's going to get a makeover between now and the next episode. What I mean by that is, you can see I changed some of the ground texture here already, and I put down that shed because it did change the texture, and I just said, here, we're going to do it anyway. Yeah, I got to do a bit of a build on it. The centre, there's an awful lot of open space there with nothing in it. We're gonna do something with it. There you go. Barn's full. Now, I could probably widen this path just for driving around the back. I literally just put it down so that I'd say, yeah, I suppose I could make it the same width as what we have here. So we should be able to dump this in here. This is 40,000. The hay loft, we go in that side and out the other side. Nothing opens, I don't think, no. It holds 530,000 litres. So we take out here, just a more modern version of the haylofts that were available anyway. So I just decided, you know what, let's get a hayloft. We have a silage bunker, now we have a hayloft. We could do it. I don't know whether that hayloft actually holds straw as well. We could possibly do with something that holds straw as well, but that's not really a major issue. We can do bale storage for the straw. Might be the best thing to do. We get a baler, and I don't have the cheap balers loaded for 10, 11 grand. We're going to get a proper crone or whatever baler that costs us 100 and something grand, square baler, and do it that way. So yeah, I think it kind of fits in with the machinery we have, or the buildings we have, that bit more modern. Can I leave him going? I can. I was considering silos. That's not silos, that's sheds. Was considering going with the wooden type ones, you know, the ones. They were actually slightly there. I think they were 60 grand, so we should get to them quicker. My tractor's probably gone off into the river. Didn't realise there's so many sheds. I was considering going with something like that. But I decided just to modernise it a little bit. Now, there's nothing that's not modern about that anyway, but yeah, we still got quite a bit to pick up. I'd say there's probably another 5 loads. So that's like another 400,000 litres. So with that in mind, there was no point in going for something that didn't. There was ones that gave us a lower capacity, only 100,000, but that's only 2 and a bit trailer fulls. Like the trailer holds 40,000 litres, so we were going to fill that pretty quick. I'm still a little bit worried, are we close enough to filling it as it is? We'll see. Okay, let me get this off the field, and then we're going to be into getting a bit of ploughing done. Ploughing and stone picking, and then we'll might head off and do a few contracts. Just there now, that was a fairly decent yield off the field, considering we cut it a month early. Okay, we got this in the shed, and oh, that was nice, 97%. We didn't have to come back for anything. I don't think I missed any patches. I think it went pretty well. You can see all the grass patches for the reseeding. If we were going to reseed this field, we'd have to do them. Yeah, I was going to just unload this. We'll see what's in here. So we fill the cow barn. Doesn't give any animation. There's one of the other ones that gives you the animation of the grass being drawn into the fan. Pity. Because it looks really good. Now, let's see what's in it. 195,000 litres, and this is full. Okay. Right. Time to get ploughing, but what I'm going to do before I go ploughing is I'm going to move some of the straw across from the other silo. We still have it over in that silo. I didn't move it all across. I'm going to move it across and just get that cow barn topped off. Yeah, it'd be nice to get rid of this silo and go something a bit more realistic for holding the straw. You kind of put it down as a bit of a stopgap just to get something down in a hurry. I'll have a look and see, does our hay barn hold straw? 240,000 litres. Does our hay barn hold straw? So we can get another one maybe, or something like it, put loose straw into. If not, we'll just leave this silo here. I know it's a bit much, it holds 10 million, but anyway. Right, I'll see you when I get on the field with the plough. Okay, we're ploughing. Relatively small field in comparison to the one we done the contract on the last time. So, yeah, this be kind of. I'm doing up and downs first, and then the headlands. Contracts, anything else? Loads. Okay, we've loads of stuff to do. a huge stone picking contract. I'm not doing 32 grand stone picking contract. I don't care. I'm not that mad. Well, I am. I am. Might take on that just for pure madness. We'll get the money in anyway. Anyway, guys, just had a quick look at the clock. We passed probably about 53 minutes on this episode now, so I'm going to call it there. I'm not going to keep you in for another 10 minutes and put the episode over an hour. It's gone longer than I normally anticipated, but that's what happens on this map. They're just big fields. So we got quite a bit done anyway overall, between getting our bread and that moved with our bonus in February, and moving our selling our canola oil, moving our wheat, and I never even checked to see has the grain mill run out. It probably has at this stage. Grain mill leasing. No, it's still going. Not quite there yet. So we'll have a bit of bread to sell as well in this episode. I'll hang on to it until we move to the 1st of April. We sell it then. We'll see what we get from that. I'm going to do the contracts. I'm going to get this field ready for sowing. We'll sow it in the next episode. Whether that be in March or April, we're putting notes in. You know what? We might just lease the equipment because our seeder is broke, of course, and just get it done in March. And then at least it's ready a month early for getting our next crop in, or if we're putting in I'll say the radish or a cover crop or anything like that, we're going to be okay on that end. But for now, for episode number 9 from along the Kiel Canal, we're done. Thanks a million for joining me as per usual. If you're here until the very end, you're a legend. Farm's going to change a little bit between now and the next episode. Maybe between now and the next episode, maybe not. I want to do a little bit of alterations farm build wise. I want to use up the space in the centre of the yard a bit better. Unless I do the contracts, I can't add too much because we won't have the money to do so. But we'll see what happens. I'm not going to keep you in for a build. I wouldn't put you through that pain. It's bad enough watching me doing other stuff, but with the build it's kind of a case of it shouldn't be a problem on this site because it's flat, but still I want to have a bit of time to look through different sheds and that and see what I'm putting down. So that's why I wouldn't keep you in, because I'll be procrastinating. Will I use this one? Will I use that one? Will I use the other one? Anyway, you'll see that when you come back the next time. As I said, thanks a million for joining me. Do come back and join us again for episode number. I could do with slowing that down now since I'm on the plough. It's different when you have the trailer, but when you're trying to get the plough lined up, it's a little bit different. That'll do. 19 is the working speed, but as you can see, we're not going to achieve it because we've got the full width. It's doing 17, that's not bad, we'll take that. Anyway, until next episode, it's goodbye from me. Until then, bye bye.